Y'all, I want to have a couple conversations with everybody. Hopefully you will have an open mind to this conversation and give it some thought, some real thought. I think it was about last week where I saw that Lil Nas X was taking some pictures where he appeared to be pregnant. And several people took issue with it. Mostly black men taking an issue with this. And I wanted to say that what black men are going to have to start to do is not take offense to womanhood being insulted unless black women do. Let me explain. Black women have a tendency to have an alliance with homosexual men, regardless of how much these homosexual men disrespect them, regardless of how much these homosexual men disrespect womanhood in general, how much even the transgenders are able to insult black women, insult the natural born black women. Black women seem to be okay with it. And what happens is we say something, and even black women will call us some type of phobic, whether it's transphobic, homophobic, or they will say that we are toxic or exhibiting toxic masculinity. So I think it's time for black men to sit our asses down. It just is. We cannot continue to talk about how this is affecting our children. We cannot continue to talk about how it's an insult to womanhood, because no one cares. Until black women have an issue, there is no point in us having an issue. You're wasting your breath. Now, we have people like Lil Boosie that will show up, and he's a representative of heterosexual, the heterosexual voice, the masculine voice. I completely disagree with Lil Boosie being my voice, but he has been appointed to be the voice of truth as it pertains to homosexuality and the so-called homosexual agenda affecting our children. I disagree with that. Lil Boosie isn't a fucking spokesman for me, my masculinity, my heterosexuality. He's not a spokesman for me in any goddamn thing. Because we're talking about a man who we know was promoting pedophilia. Now, y'all have allowed Lil Boosie to slide for promoting pedophilia. Y'all allowing Lil Boosie to slide with the fact that he had a grown woman, I think it was a stripper at the time, his son was underage, and he had a grown woman all over his son. That's pedophilia. The very thing that black people are acting like that we are against. Again, sometimes I question what we're actually against, because we seem to bounce and jump all over the motherfucking place and never can put our feet down on what we're actually against. Lil Boosie promoted pedophilia. Now, I don't know whether the grown woman had sex with his son or not, but he promoted pedophilia. Therefore, he does not, in any type of way, get to be a spokesman for me, my manhood, or heterosexuality as I'm concerned. Okay? Now, we understand that this society will look at this. Even Lil Boosie, when he talks about this homosexual agenda and how it's affecting our children. He talks about that. And typically this comes from one side, and I want black people to check their hypocrisy on this, because what happens is we concern ourselves with how masculinity is being taken away from our sons. They're becoming more feminine. They are being pushed into homosexual ideologies, homosexual mentalities, based on the media that is presented to them. We have zero concern for our daughters. We don't care about them at all. And it shows that we don't care about them at all, because nobody says anything about two women kissing. Nobody says anything about two women being on stage, licking each other, smacking each other on the ass. We don't say anything about that. And that's been on TV, and that's been normalized now, and no one calls that a homosexual agenda. No one does. No man jumps out here and is appalled by the fact that two women are on stage engaging in homosexual acts with each other. Nobody calls that out. Y'all say something about Lil Nas X. Y'all don't say nothing about women though. That's a double standard, black man. If you're going to have an issue, you need to have an issue at all. But here's why you don't have an issue with women doing it. Let me take my time through this one too. We're going to take some time on this one. Here's why you don't have an issue. Because black men are cool with black women being bisexual or even having the idea of bisexuality thrown out there. A woman can tell you that she don't fuck with men, but you'll keep the idea in the back of your mind that she will also fuck with men while she's fucking with a woman, so you can have your little fantasy ass homoerotic threesome. Rob, how can you call that homoerotic? Because it is. If you're going to say that two men engaging in sexual acts with each other is homoerotic, homosexual, then two women engaging in the same activities is homosexual, period. See, y'all ain't serious about this shit. Y'all want to act like you're against homosexuality. No, you're not. You're lying. You, as the young kids say, you with the shits. As it pertains to women. You have two, what they call femmes together, kissing all in the motherfucking mouth. You don't have an issue with that. Matter of fact, you imagining yourself being with both of them. That's what you doing. Black women have reduced themselves to believing that if they bisexual and give a man a threesome, that might make him either be faithful or that might make them top pick of the litter. So see, black woman being bisexual benefits you, black man. That's why you don't say nothing about it. It benefits you. You don't say anything about it. I see these women out here doing all types of gay ass shit. And for me, it's a turnoff. I know I'm one of a very few men who looks at women engaging in homosexual acts as a turnoff. It's a complete turnoff to me. I've tried it, okay? I thought, because again, when you coming up, two women at the same time, I mean, that's a dream. I've tried it. The gay shit, every time the women engage with each other, be honest with y'all, it made my dick soft. Now I thought like maybe something was wrong with me at the time. Because once I got the women ISO, my dick was right back hard. Right? So, but every time they engage with each other, it caused me to be turned off. And I thought it was a fluke. So I did it again. Turns out, wasn't no motherfucking fluke. What happened was, I don't like gay shit. See, I can say that. Across the board, I don't like gay shit. Y'all black men, y'all don't be saying it. Y'all don't like male homosexuality being displayed all up on the stage. If it's Meg Thee Stallion, if it's Cardi B, oh, you ain't got no issue with it then. They can kiss each other in the mouth. I even seen, well, hell, what was it? God damn, what was that? That song that Cardi B got with Lizzo. They had this homosexual banter about either eating each other out or seeing each other pussy or some shit like that. Oh, nobody says nothing about an agenda then. Ain't nobody talking about our little girls being influenced by that. No, that don't matter. Nobody says anything about that. Why? Why is that? Black men will come out and speak about the homosexual agenda as it pertains to men, as it pertains to feminizing men, as it pertains to homosexualizing your daughters or bisexualizing your daughters, which this is the nigga's dream. Black men want to bisexualize every woman on the goddamn planet. They want her to be open to a goddamn threesome. They want to bisexualize everybody, they daughters included. But that's not problematic though, is it? Nobody wants to talk about that. We're gonna keep talking about bitch ass Lil Nas X every time he brings his gay ass out here and do something. We're gonna just talk about him. We're gonna talk about the agenda as it pertains to, we say kids. We always talking about some damn kids. Y'all ain't talking about no damn kids. Because y'all leaving your daughters out. If you're going to keep saying kids, that would involve your sons and your daughters. But y'all don't be talking about kids. Y'all only ever talking about our boys, our sons. Lil Boosie's y'all spokesman. Y'all keep coming out here. Now, black women are going to defend the homosexual male. She's aligned herself with him, regardless of how much he disrespects, regardless of how much he puts on this caricature of black women. They don't care anything about that. So black men, honestly, you need to stand down here as well. Stand down. They don't care. Black women don't give a fuck. It's up to them to have outrage for what Lil Nas X is doing. It's up for them to have outrage about what these transsexuals, what they're doing and the perception that they have about them being so-called real women. It's up to black women to do that work. Because what happens is you come out here and say something and black women are going to be on your motherfucking head about it. So stand down. It's happening too much. It's happening too often. Stand down. Black women have decided they're going to side with these motherfuckers. So stand down. That's what you need to do. Stand down. And we understand the homosexual community. They don't give a fuck. They don't care nothing about what's going on, the images that's being put in front of these kids. Stand down. This is one of the ones you're going to have to sit it out. You can talk about how much that's influencing your son, but we hypersexualize our sons and we think nothing of it. Which is why Lil Boosie probably had the strippers for his young son. We hypersexualize. We don't say nothing about it. That's cool. That's a rite of passage. It's a part of manhood. We're going to have to be fair in our assessments of what's going on out here. And I get it. It even took me to sit and think about, like, God damn, like, every time, okay, Lil Nas X, okay, Cardi B, kiss bitches on the stage, they can do whatever they want. Nobody says anything. I even had to look at it. Because there's plenty of times I've come out here and spoke out against the gay agenda, the homosexual agenda, but it's only pertaining to men. And we got to be real about this. In order for us to be a better people, we're going to have to grow. We're going to have to. And many people may disagree with this. I'm pretty sure many brothers are going to be like, Rob, what the fuck are you talking about, cuz? But if you look at it, if you look at the type of imagery that you claim disturbs you, that is affecting your children, it's men on men, never women on women. They can do that shit. I don't even like to see, again, I'm the type that I don't even like to see a woman smacking another woman on the ass while she dancing, grinding all over each other and shit. That's cool. That's normal. That's expected. That shit gay as fuck. And if you're gonna talk about a homosexual agenda, you have to cover that too. And we have to be fair about that. But since black men are solely interested into bisexualizing black women, they're not thinking about any of that. That intrigues black men. They like that shit. Not even thinking about their daughters. We don't give a fuck about our daughters. And it shows. I ain't with that shit in any type of way. We gotta be real about this. If we're going to speak on this, we have to be real about it. Y'all have a motherfucker that's promoting and projecting pedophilia as your spokesman for the truth and realness as it pertains to sexuality. Come on, y'all. We can't do better than Lil Boosie. Same motherfucker that was telling y'all to go get a vaccine, didn't he? This y'all spokesman, though. When he starts speaking, y'all talk about where is the lie. The lie would lie right there in his actions they took for his son. That's the lie. He can't be a spokesman. He hasn't addressed that. He hasn't dealt with how we hypersexualize our children. He hasn't dealt with how that is clearly an example of pedophilia. He hasn't apologized for that. He hasn't taken his dumb ass home Vlad and said anything about any of that. Shown remorse for what the fuck he was on. He hasn't done none of that work. But y'all appointed him, though. Black men, you have to stop being hypocrites. You have to. If you know damn well that having two women engaging with each other in homosexual acts while you dead slap in the middle of it is your goal, is your fantasy, then you need to shut the fuck up about a homosexual agenda. You have to. You must. I can talk my shit because that shit turns me the fuck off. And anybody who's been following me for a while have known that I've come out here and said that shit turns me the fuck off. It's some gay ass shit. I don't fuck with women on women. I don't care how so-called bad they are. I don't fuck with that. I can talk my shit. Can you? Can you justifiably talk your shit? I don't think you can. Seeing Lil Nas X up on stage with another man, dancing on him, grinding on him, performing, homosexual acts towards each other, that bothers you, but women doing it don't, you gotta stand down. All up in your music videos. Women believe that's what it takes to keep you happy sometimes. So it shows how much you've bisexualized black women. It shows it. There are some women that will engage in homosexual acts with another woman just to please her man. Not because she's homosexual, not because she has any interest in being a homosexual. That's what she knows will please her man. And she'll do that shit. Sit there and get ate out while her man sit there and watch. You flip that shit over. Let her suggest that she want to see another man come in there and give her boyfriend head. Now, a lot of these bitch ass niggas, they'll probably do that shit because they probably got that tank logic. Well, if it's being done to me, then I ain't gay. Yeah, I mean, let women start pushing that bisexual shit onto men. I just want to have another man in here. I want y'all to be, I want you to be sucking his dick or he's sucking yours. I want him to, or you to fuck both of us or have both of y'all fuck me. Like, the whole conversation changes. It don't even sound right. But two women at the same time? Shit, that's everything. These rappers rap about it, they promote that shit. And then y'all talking about some goddamn homosexual agenda. Gay agenda. But you don't look at rap, the rap music or none of that shit. You ain't even looking at that shit. That bisexual agenda. You don't care nothing about that. That's cool. You don't want to talk about that. That's cool. We need to be fair in our assessment if we're going to have an assessment at all. When it comes to Lil Nas X, with his little fake pregnancy shoot, what you need to do is stand down. Wait for black women to say something about it, and then you say something about it. Because if black women aren't insulted by it, they seem to be cool with it. You can say whatever you want. They're going to tell you to stand the fuck down. It's up to black women to have an issue with this. With their image. With people who disrespect them. These so-called homosexuals that disrespect them. It's up to them to do that work. To have that issue. And you back her up. You back her up. Why is Lil Boosie, a black man, the one seeming to have the issues with what Lil Nas X be out here doing and how he presents himself? Why is Lil Boosie doing that? Ain't no semi-famous black woman doing it? You don't question that? You don't question that at all. But you should. One, the fact that Lil Boosie's your spokesman anyway, but if we take away Lil Boosie, if it was any black man doing that, talking about the kids, black women are the ones to give birth to these kids, and they don't seem to really give much of a fuck. Of course, I'm not talking about all black women, but by and large, black women are outraged. They stand in solidarity with the homosexual black man. They stand in solidarity with him and whatever he do. Hell, I would argue they stand with him more than they stand with your ass a lot of times. If you want to be real about it. They're going to side with him. They're going to tell you, mind your business. Okay, well then mind your business, black man. Sit down. Let these motherfuckers disrespect black women, call themselves joking. Y'all seen them. They get and do their little comedy skits where they, disrespecting black women and caricatures of black women. This is how they view black women. All black women are hood, ghetto, ratchet bitches. This is how homosexual black men view them. Black women don't seem to be offended by that. Then sit your ass down somewhere then. Black man, ain't no point you saying that. Black women are cool with themselves being characterized like that on these so-called comedy shows, or even when what some black men will claim they not homosexual, which I would argue ain't no damn way you put on a wig and act like a woman and something ain't wrong with you, but they'll say that's just comedy. And black women will see themselves, kiki, ha ha, it's so funny. Black women are all ratchetized. Is that a real word? Like, the ratchetization of the black woman, they love that shit. Ain't no point you being mad. No point you having a problem with it. When those guys go viral or have those spaces where they're popular, it's because black women made them popular. They not mad. You being mad is pointless. Sit down. Sit down. It's not insulting for them to see a homosexual black man act like, fake like, he pregnant. Sit down. If that don't bother them, that's why I ain't even say nothing. If y'all notice, if you follow me on social media, I ain't even say nothing. I saw that black women was, okay, they okay with it. Well, hell, ain't no point me saying nothing. They cool with it. They don't feel insulted by that. Transgenders can come out here and say whatever they want. They're not insulted by the transgender saying that they women. Hey, they cool with it, I'm cool with it. Ain't no point me getting all up in arms about it. At all. Period. But if we're going to talk about it, y'all need to start thinking about y'all daughters too. Y'all need to start calling out these rappers, female entertainers. Y'all need to start calling out all this shit. If you're going to do it. If you're not going to do it, black man, stand down. You're a fucking hypocrite because you're trying to bisexualize every black woman on the planet. Sit your ass down somewhere. You're not really against no gay agenda and all that. It's like, sit your ass down somewhere. I'm tired of seeing you motherfuckers stand up and have something to say when I know damn well one of your goals in life is to have two women engaging in homosexual acts while you in the middle of it. Sit your ass down somewhere. You don't get to stand up and say shit. Again, y'all might not like this video. Y'all might not like what I got to say about it, but I want you to take time out to think about it. Think about yourself. As a black man, as a black woman, you think about it. Is it just the two men that bother you? Or is it homosexuality? The depictions of such? If it is, then it needs to spread over to the two women too. Well, you need to check yourself. If you're going to be out here against it, if you're going to be claiming this an agenda against your kids, it can't just be against our boys. It can't be. We got to care about our daughters too if y'all going to be out here doing all this work. I would argue that it is up to you to frame whatever the society does for your child. That is your job alone. That's not Lil Nas X. He shouldn't have to carry that. Shouldn't nobody have to carry that. That's your job. If you're creating a household where your child gonna be influenced to be full-blown homosexual or transsexual or whatever, based on what they seen, then I would argue you better get to work. You better get to work. When my kids see shit like that, they say, ew. You better get to work. If seeing Lil Nas X on stage dancing with them dudes like that, don't make your child be like, ew. That's my daughters and sons. Y'all better get to work. Society ain't gonna do nothing about as far as my kids concerned. Now we can't talk about again, they making cartoon characters and the gay characters, that's some bullshit. We seen that they did that, made Robin from Batman and Robin, the comic book, gonna make Robin a bisexual. Y'all, they was mad about that. They was mad. Even though they're trying to bisexualize every black woman on the planet, black men was mad talking shit. I can talk shit. I don't know, most of y'all can't, okay? And that's it, that's all. That's all I got. I want us to think about this shit for real. I really do. I want us to give it some thought. Check yourself. And come real. If you're gonna comment, comment real, man. Don't comment no bullshit to me. Even if you never even thought about it like this, comment real to me. You can be mad, I don't give a fuck about that. I know you're a fucking hypocrite, black man. I know you are. And I know you're actively seeking to bisexualize black women. And you can't lie like you aren't. You can't lie, not to me. So stop playing these games and stand down. Black women ain't mad about these motherfuckers disrespecting them like that. They want to stand with the homosexuals. Let them stand down. Ain't no point in you saying nothing. Let it go. All right. That's all the fuck I want to say about this shit. Y'all comment. If you're gonna catch this, I'm gonna premiere this video. If you catch it after the premiere, comment. Leave your comments. Let me know. Y'all share this video. I want to see what everybody think. What's on everybody's mind? Because nobody's having this conversation. Nobody's having this conversation for real. So let's have it, all right? Shout out to you, Rob. You already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. I'm out.